I did want to start today's class with a poem that I wanted to read you. I've been just kind of struggling lately with feeling, well, I've always felt a lot, but when I feel like a negative emotion or when I label it a negative emotion, I have this tendency to want to fix it and understand why it's there and where it's coming from. So I'm coming back to this poem called "The Guest House." You may have heard it. It's well known, but it's just such a beautiful reminder that our emotions are just visitors. They're just messengers. So it's by Rumi. It goes like this: this being human is a guest house. Every morning, a new arrival, a joy, a depression, a meanness. Some momentary awareness comes as an unexpected visitor. Welcome and entertain them all, even if they are a crowd of sorrows who violently sweep your house, empty of its furniture. Still, treat each guest honorably. He may be clearing you out for some new delight. The dark thought, the shame, the malice, meet them at the door laughing and invite them in. Be grateful for whatever comes, because each has been sent as a guide from beyond. So I just wanted to share that so that just know that like whatever is arriving for you today, it's just energy that's going to pass through, you know. So I thought for our journal prompts, we're going to kind of do like 1 minute for each, and I'll set a timer. So your first question is, how are you feeling today? How are you really feeling? And I'll set the timer. How are you feeling? Just go ahead and start writing. How are you really feeling? About 30 more seconds for this one. How are you feeling? And the second one ties in with it. It's what emotions are present. What emotions are present for you right now? Third question is, where have you been focusing your energy today? Where have you been focusing your energy today? Maybe there's someone specific that you've had to focus a lot of energy on. And for your fourth question, it's where would you like to focus your energy? You could hit a reset button for the rest of your day. Maybe you continue focusing on what you've been focusing on, but maybe there's something else. Maybe yourself is included. And then the last question is, what are you grateful for today? What are you grateful for today? And wrap all of that up in the next 10 seconds. And I'll keep those questions, obviously, they'll be in the chat. So if you want to write them down after class, you can, just to kind of come back to. And we'll start on our lying down on our backs whenever you are ready. And as you come onto your back, you can do whatever you like with your legs. If you want them extended out long, but you might do constructive rest pose. So that's just where you bend your knees, let the feet walk out wide, and then let your knees draw together. It's just like a nice way to support the low back. And your arms can be down by your sides. And just take these first few moments to settle in and feel the connection of your body touching the floor or touching the mat. The points of contact, like your feet, your glutes, your low back, your mid back, your shoulders, the back of your head. And maybe just honoring this moment and your own time that you've committed to yourself to just be here, to commit to some mindfulness. Let's take a slow breath in through the nose. Breathe in. Fill up the belly, feel your belly rise. And then open mouth, exhale, let it go. Do that again. Breathe in slowly through the nose, dragging the breath through the back of the throat. And letting your belly rise up as you inhale. And then exhale out through the mouth, like you're fogging up a mirror. And then breathe in again, just like that, in through the nose, and reach your arms all the way back behind you. Extend them out nice and long. And as you exhale, cactus your arms, so bend your elbows wide, and you can breathe out through the nose or through the mouth, but we'll start to transfer the breath in and out through the nose. Take an inhale. As you exhale, cross your right elbow under your left. You can take eagle arms, crossing your forearms and wrists, or just take hands to opposite shoulders. And if you have eagle arms, maybe you let your fingertips reach a little further back, resting your hands on your forehead. Take a breath in. Big breath out. Take one more inhale. As you exhale, release the arms wide to cactus arms. Start to separate your knees so they're hip width distance. Cross your right ankle over your left thigh. Take a breath in here. Walk your left foot over to the right side of your mat. Roll to the outside edge of your left foot. And then bring the right foot to the left side of your mat. So you're in a twisted figure four shape. You're kind of turning figure four on its side. It's okay if your right foot does not touch the ground. Take a breath in here and a breath out. On the inhale, come back through center, place the left foot down. Keep your right ankle crossed on top of that left thigh. And then maybe cross your right knee over the left and drop your knees over to the right. If that feels like too much, just keep the right ankle on top of the left thigh and drop the knees to the right. And if it still feels like too much, release the right foot to the ground. So your options are like an eagle leg cross. That could feel too intense. If so, right ankle just on top of the left thigh. And if it's still too intense, just release the right leg to the ground. And then come back to center. Release the right foot down on the ground. Bring the knees together, constructive rest pose, feet wide. Reach hands back behind you. Big breath in. Exhale, cactus the arms. Left elbow goes under your right. You can take hands to opposite shoulders and just let them dangle down by your sides, or you can take that eagle wrap, wrapping the forearms and the wrists. And maybe you let your fingertips reach a little bit further behind you. Breathing. Helping stimulate our lung and large intestine meridians that run all through the arms. This is energy that can get really stagnant this time of year. Take one more breath in. And then exhale, release, let your arms go wide, either to cactus arms or a position T. And then separate the knees so they're hip width distance, feet are planted, cross your left ankle this time over your right thigh, figure four. We're gonna walk the right foot to the left and then just kind of roll over to the right so that the left foot is moving towards the right side of your mat. You're just kind of rolling to the outside edge of the right foot. Give yourself a breath here. Breath out. Come on back through center, take your time, planting the right foot. Either stay like this in figure four, or you could cross the left knee over the right and then drop the knees to the left. Or stay in figure four, or you release the left foot to the ground, dropping both knees to the right. Neither one is better. It's just which one is going to serve you best, which one feels right. Just listening to the body and what it needs. Give yourself a breath in here. Big breath out. Nice. Go ahead and release. Come on back through center. Hug your knees up into your chest. And if you'd like to take like a happy baby variation, you could just let your knees separate really wide apart, keeping the hands on the shins. Or you could take a full happy baby where you grab your feet, let your feet open, You know your body the best and you know what's going to feel right. So knees could just be hugging into your chest, and that's perfectly fine. Take one more breath in wherever you are. One more breath out. And then the last little movement part of this is legs up the wall. So not really much movement, but extend your legs up and just take some time here to roll out through your ankles. Maybe even like to shake your legs a little bit, kind of get some blood flowing. Maybe you like to pump the feet kind of back and forth, getting the calves involved. You could take your hands to the backs of your legs and just kind of rub up and down the legs, giving them a little love. Take one more breath in and out. Nice. Go ahead and hug the knees and then roll off to your right or left side, whichever one feels more intuitive. And then just make your way up as we'll make our way into our seat for our meditation. So if you like to sit cross-legged, you could do that. I'm going to sit with a block in between my heels. And I also like to take a bolster and set it kind of right behind me for some extra support. When you find a comfortable position, sitting up nice and tall, you can close your eyes or keep the eyes open, maybe a soft gaze down the nose, or staring at something that keeps your eyes focused. And take a cleansing breath. Breathe in through the nose, fill yourself up. And then a big breath out. As you exhale, imagine releasing all of the tension from the face, from the shoulders, from the arms, the belly, low back. Let everything go. Imagine with each exhale, letting go of any resistance. And with each inhale, breathing in acceptance of what is. So how do you feel in this moment physically, emotionally, energetically? Without changing the breath, see if you can find where you feel the breath moving the most obviously. So it could be your belly, just expanding and contracting. Most of us feel the breath in our chest or our ribs. A gentle rise and fall, widening and narrowing of the ribs. Or you might feel it right above the top lip, just moving in and out of the nose. This might be the best anchor for you, the best way to connect and ground into the present moment when your mind wanders or emotions rise up, big waves of emotions. Or a better anchor for you could be sounds. So let's try that. Let's bring our awareness to our ears, to the sides of our heads where our ears live. Just feeling the sensations of the ears, maybe the shape of them behind the ears, and then inside, listening to all the sounds coming and going. And perhaps the only sounds that you're hearing are the ones of your thoughts. And if so, you could ground back into your breath, or you could get curious about your thoughts and genuinely get intrigued about them and note them. It's like you're a scientist, like, huh, wow, I'm planning my meal for later. Or I'm remembering that thing I never did. Interesting. So that there's this element of non judgment at all times. We're never judging ourselves or our thoughts, our emotions. And if sounds or breath don't seem to work as a good anchor for you, that's okay. Might bring your awareness to your hands and just feel your hands from the inside out. The neutral part of your body to focus on, the temperature of them, moisture or dryness, tingling or pulsing, vibrating. Just being in this spacious awareness of your experience of being, knowing that you have anchors, that you have these resources within yourself. You know them the best. You know the place in your body that helps you feel centered, or your breath or sounds, whatever that is. You know this innate wisdom that allows you to anchor here as you witness all of these curious thoughts, all of these stories and visuals and feelings of being human. I'll give you some space here to just be. Stay open and curious. If you get lost in thoughts, that's okay. Just come back to presence. And if you catch yourself mind wandering, that's mindfulness. Remember, there's no right or wrong way to do this. The key ingredient is staying open, staying curious, leaving judgments behind. Notice the quality of your thoughts. And can you see them with kindness? Perhaps bringing just a faint smile to your lips, just enough that the smile reaches the corners of your eyes. Like if someone was looking at you, they might not even notice you're smiling. It's so subtle. Just peering into your experience with this sweet little smile. In these last few minutes of our practice, having cultivated some presence, you might drop in an intention for the rest of your day. You might ask yourself, what do I need? See yourself moving through the pockets of your day, the pockets of your schedule ahead. And how do you want to move through your day? How do you want to feel? What does that look like? What do you see in that picture? Who do you see? How does it feel in your body? Let's place the left hand on the heart space and the right hand on the belly. Take a few moments to just feel the connection of your hands to your body. Feel yourself breathing. Take a moment to thank yourself and this body, all that it does for you, all that it's been through. Feel a sense of gratitude for committing to your practice. And whatever else you're grateful for, just adding that in here. Let's together take a deep breath in and exhale, let it go. Bring my hands together at heart center, gently bowing head towards heart. from my heart to each of yours. I humbly